Alright, fellas, so today we're going to have a discussion that is very important to your dating life and your success with women. And I'm also going to give you guys a few interesting and entertaining stories, like I always do, fellas. You know I got to come with the stories. Now, what we're going to talk about today is why women consistently crave men who treat them a certain way. And I'm also going to get into how you can use this when it comes to your long-term relationships and marriage so you keep the attraction and the burning desire high. All right, so take notes and pay attention. For all the bitter betas and the men who pander for women in 2025, you're probably not going to like this. All right, so there's a few things about women that you must understand, G. First thing is that women only value, which is a big word in this conversation today. Women only value what they earn. All right, G. So, first rule. If you are giving a woman everything too early, too soon, and too often, you can almost guarantee and bet all the money that you're giving her that at some point she will not only lose attraction for you, but respect and also her attention and presence usually follow. And what I mean by that is lack thereof. All right, G. So first rule, women only value what they have to earn. So when it comes to your money, your time, your attention, because those are the things that you offer to a woman, right? Your resources, the fact that you can take care of her, take her out on dates, or whatever you do, G. Whatever you do, you got to understand scarcity. And it's not about not giving a woman these things. It's about picking and choosing when you give it to her or if you give it to her at all. All right, because if you give a woman too much too soon, first of all, she's going to feel like she deserves it if she doesn't have to earn it. And second of all, she's not going to value it. This is why men who make women earn everything. I'm talking about time, attention, and money. Those are the men who usually keep women around. So here's a story. And this is going to have a lot to do with your time. You got to understand that if you want a woman to value your time, fellas, and put respect on it, you got to make her earn it. Now, when I was dating frequently and I had a rotation, I always had that one chick that I liked more than all the other girls. For all you guys who got a couple chicks, you know what I'm talking about. It's always that one girl that you like more than all the other ones. If you spend one day a week with all the other ones, you probably spend 2 days a week or 3 days a week with her. All right, G, because she's special, all right, in a good way. But this is the thing. The main chick that I had, she went through a little bit of delusion. And she didn't understand at the beginning that she actually had to earn her time with me. Now, fellas, even though I like this one chick more than I liked all the other ones, that doesn't mean that she automatically gets my time and my attention. And that doesn't mean I'm going to automatically treat her different than everybody else and put her on a pedestal. So we would hang out from time to time, go out to eat, go to the movies, hang out at the crib. You know, the normal stuff, right? So one day we laying up and it's getting late. It's getting around about 10:30. And I got to go to work in the morning, G. And I usually wake up at about 5 a.m. to get my workout in. So it's creeping up to about 11. So I'm looking at her. I'm like, so, you ready to go? She was like, no, I thought I was spending the night. And I could have let her spend the night, G. It wouldn't have been a problem. But the only reason why I didn't let her spend the night because I wanted her to understand that she had to earn my time. So what I told her was, I was like, baby girl, I got to get up at 5. And the only way you get to spend the night over here if you my main chick. You know, and she was my main chick at the time, but she didn't know that. She was my main girl in the rotation. But I had to let her know the only way you get to spend the night over at this house is if you my girl. And that means you doing other stuff. We ain't just messing around going out to eat and stuff. You actually taking care of your boy. All right? So, understand, G, this is the difference from nice guys and what you would call jerks and assholes. For some people, I was a jerk by not letting her sleep over at my crib. So what I'm talking about is not being a full-out asshole and being mean to women. I'm just talking about not letting them do the stuff that most men let them do. Like whatever they want to do. All right, fellas? So understand, time, money, attention, all that has to be scarce. If you don't put value on it, she won't either. So what happened after I told her she couldn't spend the night? Yeah, I actually made her go home. Yeah, she begged a little bit. But guarantee you, G, every day after that, she was on wifey time. I'm talking about she dropping me off food. She coming over at the crib, doing my laundry, washing my dishes. I'm like, all right, why? Because she knows she got to earn that. Now, if she didn't want the time, she wouldn't be doing all that stuff. So it matters whether or not she has desire or attraction for you. But if she does, still, Make her earn it, G. Just like women put you through the trenches with shit tests, you gotta put women through the trenches with other things as well, like making them earn whatever you gonna give them. If you give it away, trust me, they'll be out the door quicker than you gave it to them. And if they not, then they using you. All right, straight up, because there's so many stories. Tom Brady, you guys always like using celebrities for example. There's so many stories of men, and obviously these guys probably simp. 9 times out of 10, they don't tell you the full story. They just make it seem like he's a G and she's a 304. But 9 times out of 10, he was giving it up too easy, and it's usually rich guys that do this, guys with money. Now, there's a myth that I want to debunk real quick. All right, G, and that's the mystery myth. Now, we know that women love mystery. All right, you hear this all the time, but it's not explained. Okay, now, obviously, if you do this right, mystery creates what? Obsession. All right, if a woman feels like she doesn't really have you in her grasp, or obviously wrapped around her finger like most guys are, but if she doesn't feel like she has you in her grasp, then she's gonna chase you. Simple as that. It's just how it works. All right. Women don't chase men who they feel like they have figured out or who they feel like they already got in the bag pretty much. All right. It's sad to say that because usually for a man, if you feel like you got a woman and you got her in the bag, 9 times out of 10, if you're a good dude, you're going to treat her better. But women ain't the same. Women need to chase. A lot of guys do the chasing, but you don't need to. It doesn't satisfy you. At the end of the day, when you chase a woman, even if you get her, it still don't really make you feel like a man. But when a woman has to chase you because you're not giving her everything at one time, then it's actually a good thing. It's actually healthy for her. All right, G. But when it comes to mystery, mystery is not you being this introverted, silent, dark in the corner dude, don't like to say nothing, stay to yourself. That's not mystery. Okay, guys, because at a certain point, if you're not giving a woman anything, fellas, she's not going to be interested. If you don't give her any type of bait or any type of carrot, she's not going to chase you. All right, fellas, so don't get caught up on this mystery thing. This is what mystery means. Mystery is basically a woman not knowing where you stand with her. All right, you ever heard this question? A lot of you guys have. You ever heard the question, what are we? What are we means, I don't know where I stand with you. Do you want to be in a relationship because I need to solidify some shit? If you never heard what are we, you're probably doing too much. All right, and you're not exercising the laws. All right, fellas, the laws of scarcity is what I mean. The reason why women say what are we, that's a healthy question for them to ask. It's healthy for you too, G. What are we is mystery. What are we means I don't know. All right, but if she already knows how you feel about her, if she already knows her ranking in your life, that she's number one, it's nothing to chase and it's nothing to figure out, and there's really no reason for her to ask, what are we? All right, so here's another story. True story, fellas. So I had this Venezuelan chick who I met on like a dating app or something. So me and her were hanging out, you know, and this is right after we did our thing. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. And we both knocked out sleep. The TV's still playing in the background. All I hear is a at my door. So I popped up out the bed, G, grabbed my piece. I'm tripping at the moment because ain't no way, ain't no reason anybody would be knocking at my door at 2 a.m. At the time, that wasn't a common situation. So I'm a little on guard. So I'm walking to the door. I look through the peephole. Lo and behold, I see one of my other chicks. So I'm thinking, G, I had to take like a 30-second pause as to why she's outside my door at 2 a.m. Now, mind you, G, even if another chick was in my bed, it ain't her business. Why? Because she's just a rotation chick, all right, fellas? There was no strings attached, really, to be honest with you. But you know how women are. So about 15 seconds go by as I'm thinking, G, and I remember the chick that's laying in my bed, her car was parked in the other spot in my driveway. So I guess, this is what I'm thinking, G. I just made a hypothetical guess. I guess my other chick was going to surprise me or just pull up. Or maybe she texted me, G. I don't know. I didn't check my phone. But I guess she just wanted to pop up, which was out of line, obviously. But I guess she just wanted to pop up. So I'm assuming as she's driving up, she sees somebody else's car in my driveway. Now it makes sense. So I politely open the door and I'm like, okay, what you want? It's 2 a.m. Why you banging on my door? She's like, why you got some other girl parked in your driveway? I'm like, why you care and what does it matter to you? She's like, because you got another girl in there. I was like, I know. And she like, well, I've been calling you, I've been texting you. I was like, well, I didn't see my phone. I don't know what you're talking about. If I saw my phone, I probably would have texted you back. Now, I know you're upset, but look me in my eyes. You understand what's going on right now. You're not even my girl. And she stopped and she paused. Of course she got mad, but she stopped and she paused and then she just stormed off. And then sent me this long ass paragraph. Of course, you know how that go. But again, fellas, just like the other chick I told you about, every day after that, wifey mode. I'm talking about doing everything. Why? Because again, women only value things that they have to earn. Now, a lot of you guys may say that situation that I just explained to you was extreme. But that's a normal day when you're dealing with multiple women, all right, fellas? Especially if you ain't crossing your T's and dotting your I's, all right? I was a little sloppy at the time. But, gee, how does this relate to mystery? At that present moment, when she pulled up to my crib, which she shouldn't have been doing, so that was her fault, G. But when she pulled up to my crib and saw that other girl car, what went off in her head is I thought I was the main girl. I thought I was his only chick. Now I don't know where I stand. Now, fellas, remember I said this woman has to have attraction for you in order for this to work, all right? Gee, don't kid yourself. Now, because she did have high attraction for me, she had a decision to make. I'm just going to leave and be mad that he dealing with other women, or I'm going to step my game up and prove to him that I'm the woman he should be with, all right, G? Now, let me debunk another myth. You don't have to be a Chad for this to work. You don't have to have a Greek god physique for this to work. All you got to do really is have game. All right, G, and I'm going to make a video about what game really is, and I'm going to break down different types of game when it comes to body game, money game, social game, all that stuff. Fellas, simple fact of the matter, no matter who you are, you got to stop being a nice guy. Stop telling these women that they the only girl you dealing with. Even if that's the truth, stop giving her all these cues and signals and telling her verbally with your mouth that she's the only chick you want and that you like. And what that tells her is she's the only chick that you can get. Women know, or at least they think they know, that when a man stops and gives his everything to a woman, that means he has no more fuel in the tank, i.e. he no longer has the ability to attract other women. Now, that's the technical side, but in the female brain is he's no longer attractive and he's no longer anything to chase, all right? It's simple. I don't want to make this difficult. It's very simple. Just don't be a nice guy and don't be giving up everything at one time. Make women earn shit, all right, fellas? Just like they shit test you, you need to put them through the trenches as well. All right, fellas, because this is the honest truth. And this is what bad boys or assholes or jerks either understand or subconsciously already know. That you have way more to give a woman. Fellas, this is the gem of the day. You have way more to give a woman than she has to offer to you. We always argue about who's the prize, who's the prize, who's the prize. Fellas, in all reality, it depends. If you are a top tier man and a man of value and you got your stuff together, you got a great body, you got money, you got social skills, you got a network, or you at least got the majority of that, you actually are the prize to most women. All right, not all women, because you probably gonna need a little bit more to get all women. But to most women, I would say 8 out of 10 women, you are the prize if you are that type of man. But if you're not the prize. And any women you get with is usually a prize to you. All right, fellas. So this is what bad boys subconsciously know. This is what you need to understand. The guys who don't understand this are easily manipulated by women. That's off topic, but it's the truth. Let's talk about this. All right, guys. Let's talk about emotional detachment. Now, this is actually in my recent ebook that I just dropped, The Female Bible. A link is in the description for that. But women, all right, this is what women associate emotional detachment to. Women associate emotional detachment to confidence and dominance, all right? And I'm going to tell you why. If a man, women subconsciously know this, men subconsciously know this, people understand this, all right, on a very basic level. That if a man can abstain his urge for either lusting over a woman, falling in love with a woman, chasing a woman, simping for a woman, that man is either confident, and I'm sure he has a lot of dominance and assertiveness in himself. And from my perspective, this is a confirmation bias, because if you look out into the world, first you will see that most men do what? Chase and simp. All right. And then the men that don't are usually what? High status men, dominant men, high value men, alpha men. All right, fellas, just think about any man you see who you consider an alpha man. He usually doesn't chase women, and he usually understands emotional detachment. Not saying this man doesn't have emotions, because there's a difference. All right, there's a difference between you not being capable of loving a woman and you knowing how to turn that love off once she disrespects you or doesn't get on your program, or she's just a regular chick and she ain't worth that time and energy. All right, G. So understand, when you don't understand emotional detachment and you easily fall in love with women, and how do they know you easily fall in love with them? You spend money, you give up your time, you sacrifice your purpose and your hobbies and your friends and work and everything else you need to be doing for her. That's how she knows. So when she knows this, she can see that you lack confidence and you're not a dominant man. You don't know how to tell her, baby girl, you can't sleep over tonight. No matter how bad you want the box. G, you think, when I told that chick she couldn't sleep over, you think it ain't hurt my soul, G? G, I was hurt. I didn't want to tell her that, but I had to. Why? Because I wanted her for a long time, and I had to set the dynamic that we ain't doing that. You just can't be spending the night. You just can't bring your bag over here without my permission. I got to work in the morning. It don't work like that. All right, fellas? So you got to be strategic about this, guys. If you be too frivolous with women, some guys may say, oh, it ain't that serious. This is why you get the results you get. But if you be too frivolous with your time, your money, your energy, your resources, anything, like I said, that you can offer a woman, she will not value it. And if she doesn't value it, it's not important. Therefore, she thinks she can just go get it anywhere else. All right, G, like I said, I've heard so many stories. Just saw something today about a woman leaving her husband after 15 years of her being a stay-at-home mom and all her bills paid because he was a hustler. But then I looked deeper into the story and I realized he just gave her everything. All right, and he let her complain for 18 years and didn't take anything away from her, didn't punish her at all, didn't give her any type of rules, restrictions, boundaries, or nothing. So, G, understand, indifference, sometimes it works. If you never heard a woman tell you, you a jerk or you an asshole, trust me, you might not be doing it right. All right, fellas, so appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Share this with a homeboy who needs this. All right, fellas, it's your boy KD. We out here, baby.